Hello, hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight? I bid you greetings and welcome from the later years of the third era of Tamriel. That's right, we're back in Morrowind. I hope we had a fantastic weekend. I hope those who've been, if any of y'all viewers out there are enjoying the World Cup, good for you. If you guys are spending time watching our stream instead of that stuff, well, we thank you for the appreciation.
To each their own.
Yep. And, yep. So, how's your roommate doing tonight, Ultima?
He's certainly enjoying some of the soup that I had made some time earlier.
Is it because you stole a sweet roll again?
I was trying to recreate a soup from childhood, actually.
uh, Either way. So, it's good to be back here in this classic era of when video games still involved dice roll mechanics. And for a
As
lot of
I've explained to you some time prior.
And for a lot of people, also, the difficult territory of there is no waypoint marker. I want to say the last newest game I played that had that kind of mechanic to it was, I want to say, Zoid's Legacy. But that one was still kind of guided, more so than how I've been told Morrowind can be. So, either way, at least I got myself a guide. Even if he does disagree with my choice of becoming a Nord. Although he is pleased at least I'm not a stealth archer.
Hang on, he shot something at me. He reports that you will be able to get your GED by the time your Nord becomes a skeleton.
First off, I never had to get my GED. I got a high school diploma.
Your Nord character.
Oh, fair enough. So let's see, where are we? Let's get a look at our map. Where we left off last time, we'd just gone all the way up to the town of Gnesis, which is in the northwest section of Morrowind. For those who've actually have a map of it, northwest section of Vardenfell specifically. For those of you who have a map, well, easy for you guys. For those of you like me who don't, wait, no, I do have a map of it, except it's not of specifically of that town. The only towns I see marked on Vardenfell are, let's see. Yeah, the only ones I got marked on my map is Aldrun, Balmora, and Vivek. Which that one's down around
Since you've chosen
here.
Imperial Legion to help your character level somewhat,
Yeah.
how do you feel about getting rich rather quick?
That doesn't involve anything dishonorable.
That it would not. I know you're a crusader at heart.
Yep. Although in the past I have done Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild in Skyrim. And did a little bit of, in the OG Oblivion, did a little bit of Dark Brotherhood. Didn't get to do the Thieves Guild questline in that, though. But either way. Let's see. Yeah, that's what my guy looks like. At least with his armor on. Which is pretty cool to have managed to get him up this strong. Well, at least for armor-wise. I wouldn't have known how to collect that money last time if it hadn't been for you.
Mhm. And Dagoth Ur's, I think it was combating against unusual sleepiness.
Hmm. I still find it interesting how they did how the Dunmer of Morrowind designed their homes. A small upstairs and then a big downstairs. But then again, with the volcanic environment of what they live in, I'm not surprised. But this place is not as bad as how it ended up being after the dawn of the Fourth Era with the Red Year. Last I knew, this entire island was practically marked uninhabitable. And they had to settle with a whole bunch of refugees moving to other parts of Tamriel. Skyrim, Cyrodiil, Southern Morrowind. But then again, that got to be a bit of a problem when also in that time the Argonians decided to take centuries late vengeance on the Dunmer and invaded. But that's in the Fourth Era. We're decades before that. Let's see here. Alright, we're in the middle of Nisus. What are we going to do?
Well, there's a variety of quests that are available.
The raid quests?
Accessing the ancient tome of knowledge.
Oh boy.
Oh, never mind. Dagoth Ur is going to cut in. Ancient tome of knowledge, my ass. You're simply accessing the wiki on the elderscrolls.fandom.com. Well, to be fair, Dagoth Ur, I no longer have the OG guidebook I had in my childhood. I gotta make do with technology now. And you think that I would permit it? You must rehearse it from your memory, then.
Oh.
No different than as many nerve or beings you encountered. How many of them have kicked your ass? Not exactly a sore spot, but there was a few who decided to accept my offer of to stare at the heart of Bagula Khan. And the rest, well, they ended up being furries. You're adapting to modern day terminology then. You want me to resort to calling them property?
That were the
But if we can't
Scalies.
make it as property, just send all the furries over to the wars. That would quell away any interest in that field.
Dagoth, remember, you always called the Argonians the servants. Oh wait, you called them farm workers.
Farm equipment. That's the term you're looking for.
But yeah, if you actually went and did that, and did have if you did convince the furry community to do that, it'd probably be about the same as when the Naruto runners went and charged at Area 51 a few years back. Something tells me he's laughing a little bit at that one.
No, he's only staring at me and also at the screen back and forth in the case of saying, "Are you an idiot?" Thank you for cutting in.
I was not the idiot. I wasn't the one who did the Naruto run across into Area 51. Although I will admit, when I was in high school doing gym class, I did try the Naruto run during sprint training. I will not hide
Please
that
tell me
little.
that this was back in the 2000s.
Yeah, it was back in the 2000s.
Good, you're safe. If there's anything after that, you were either a unchangeable dweeb. What was the other thing, Dagoth? I would sooner have you cast for a model for Victoria's Secret.
Last I knew, they didn't make men's underwear, just ladies.
If you've seen the new mannequins, they're actually accounting for the beer belly now.
And I have a dad bod, so they're probably gonna be like, problem. You're too skinny. Hey, Grim, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Saw you hopping on Destiny earlier. Let's see if I can remember the controls. Okay, trying to remember all the. There we go. Left trigger is jump. Okay. Alright. Yeah. We're just playing some Morrowind. Having a good time. Now it's. Alright. The Dark Matter Crystals, yeah. You get those. I mean, you're going to be finding those a lot now that there's those distortions. And I've had some fun thoughts involving that. As far as trying to continue Destiny's future since Sony doesn't want to. Hey Dagoth, can you believe this one? Bungie's trying to offer gamers a marathon brand deal as long as one of the things they on their don't do list is talk about Destiny 3.
Based upon my son sleeper's look on his face, he would resort to his usual insults the same, putting his shit on his hands and clap. But I'll take it a slight step further. Rather than that, he would rather go to India.
Okay, the only reason I could see him wanting to go to India, just in general, would be if he wanted to try out some of the cuisine over there. Which I'm not.
What say you, sleeper?
Which I'm not going to argue. Indian food's actually kind of tasty.
Indeed. According to my previous Bangladesh co-workers, southern India is actually better than northern India. When you're in northern India, it's basically 100 times worse than New Jersey.
And that's a spot where people will be like, hey, is that where the South is better than the North? In this case of, yeah, as long as there's no Alabama in India. Dun 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 dun.
Anything further would violate the community guidelines.
Alright, let's. Alright, our witty repartee banter back and forth. Alright, what should we do now that we're up here in Nessus? And it's raining like cats and dogs up here.
Happy coincidence.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, I could assist you with the side quests, or follow my sleeper's previous recommendation to get yourself rich quickly and level up quickly with said wealth.
Alright. Guide me, O wise master of the third era of this year.
And of the sixth house and tribe unmourned. Oh, sorry. Sixth house and tribe unmourned.
No, it's just the sixth house, remember? Because
No,
you're just Dagoth Ur.
The former is what my distant cousin, the Reddit Dagoth Ur, would allude to. Such a edgelord.
Alright. Do you know the way? Do you know the way, my brother?
The one combative capabilities. My son is Sleeper requests that you head back to Balmore and head over to the Seer Dinanot Cave.
Alright, back to Balmora. Alright, and this time we can actually shortcut it. Whee! And
We make a special trip just for you. Say low price.
Alright, travel. Alright. Traveling. Okay, first I need to figure out where, what the locations are that we've been. Okay, Caldera and Sayanin. What is it? Sadanin are the nearest spots. Let's see. No, spots are. Hang on. Let's see. Aldrun. Margan, don't know. Cool, don't know. Those are probably up in the north. Sadanin is quite pricey to get, and that's all the way in the south. Let's go for Aldrun, which, according to my map on the wall, is smack dab between Red Mountain and Balmora. So that's where we'll go. Alright, here we are. Let's open up the map, see where we are. Oh, nice. We're just north of Caldera. Oh, sorry, we're just north of Caldera. To the west of Red Mountain. Okay, I know for a fact that this map of mine isn't always accurate. Because it's got Whiterun literally to the northeast of the third of the world, when it's obviously northwest. It also shows, let's see, Windhelm quite north where it actually is, and Markarth is not even close to where it's supposed to be. It's sitting closer to where Morthal is. I will say whoever made it definitely did a good job setting it up, although they need to work on their accuracy a little bit. It's just my comment. As far as the Imperial City, they were actually pretty spot on. The rest of Tamriel, let's see, we've already talked about Skyrim. High Rock, I've not played that one, so I don't have a clue. And let's see, elsewhere in Villainwood, the only place we can explore through that is ESO. Same with Somerset and Blackmarsh. And Hammerfell, well, High Rock and Hammerfell, I'll go with an on accuracy. Still though, am I getting rid of the map? No. May not be perfectly accurate, but it's still better than nothing. Plus, it's pretty cool. And that makes me think of something interesting. Want to know an interesting thing I found as a meme, Dagoth?
Do tell.
Take a guess what they said that the province of Morrowind looks like.
Let me get. It's some kind of slender.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's going to be to the east and north. That's not where I want to go. Oh, Buckmoth Fort region. Okay, that's where that territory is. Okay, so it's this way we want to go. But to answer what I was saying, someone said that Morrowind looks like a woman with her legs up over her. And then they even drew the outline of this image. I was like, double checked my map. I'm not going to discredit that claim, But nor am I going to validate it. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a map there. Alright, signpost, tell me what I need to know. Which way must I go? Buckmouth, Aldrun, Margon. Okay, can I get an idea of where I need to go to not go to any of the... I need to just get back to Balmore. That happens.
Examine all the squares, which do not make a circle.
I could always ask the Stilt Strider if he makes his way down to Balmora. Which in my mind wouldn't be too difficult. Oh, look at that rising sun coming over Red Mountain. Even though Red Mountain's not appeared. Rendered, that's the word I was looking for. Oop. Almost fell off there. Travel. Okay, 21 gold to get down there. Okay. Not terrible.
We make a special trip just for you.
There we go. We've made it to Balmora. How are we doing on gold? Still at 610. Alright. I have returned to Balmora and it's raining. And it's 11 in the morning.
Alrighty. But you must head south. A lot more.
Gotcha.
As you go down south, past where you see the Silt Strider, you'll eventually come across a rope bridge.
Alright.
Upon arriving at that bridge, head east.
Okay, first I'm going to...
You need to head south, not on that bridge, further south.
Okay, so take that side road here.
Backtrace a bit. Run along the river.
Gotcha. Oh, and you saw me go and do the save. Since it's been a good 24 minutes since we began. In this game, chat, definitely you want to remember, save regularly. Autosave did not come into the equation. Around the year this game came out, the only thing that had autosave in the gaming was, I want to say, slot machines? Although, and eventually, Game Boy Advance actually came up with a game series that had autosave that was on par with slot machines. Can anyone tell me what year Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem Sacred Stones came out for the Game Boy Advanced? Because, yeah.
Also, do you have a lantern or a torch in your inventory?
Let me check. I do not.
You're gonna need some light in your next destination.
Okay, so head back to town and try and get a torch.
Or a lantern.
Gotcha. Luckily, I'm not that
It
far.
will also require a free hand in order to hold one and then light the way.
Oh, that so makes me think of that Jeff Dunham joke of Super Melvin's two weaknesses. And he was like, well, not at the same time. I need a free hand. Let's see. Yeah, trading post. And while we're also here, we've got some stuff that we collected up north that could sell.
You have questions?
Barter. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. It's where we go to do the inventory. Okay, let's see. Sell the war axe. Sell that cuirass. Sell that. Okay. Okay, back to barter. Let's see. Iron club, iron axe. And no, not the body spray. Oh, throwing star and steel darts. Wow. Very Dungeons and Dragon-y. Nordic iron helm. Fun. Nordic for gauntlets. No. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't have a torch or a lantern. Oh, never mind, he's got a lantern. There we go. I got a lantern. Unfortunately, it's not green.
To quote this one video my son sleeper had viewed, the Green Lantern powers are stupid.
Here's a question. Of all the power rings of the lanterns, which one would you want, Dagoth?
This is all hypothetical. You're not trying to make me one of those sweaty nerds that go to those conventions, are you?
No. But if your roommate goes to Comic-Con and gifts you a complete set of all the power rings, that's on him.
He would sooner buy one of those Lord of the Rings swords. And sadly, the legacy that Mr. Tolkien left for his children is that his children are still using weapons under his name, which goes against every principle he has since he was anti-war.
Sadly, I will say this one. War has its
I
times.
mean all those different replicas of the film franchise.
Yeah, war has its times. And if it's not just, it's disappointing. But also with that question, yeah, which sword? Okay, we're gonna go for getting you the answer on that ring first before I go to the next question. All right, going off those different rings from the Lantern Corps, which one would you go for?
None. I would rather be Batman and roast the living shit out of all the Justice League, and then drive off laughing.
Is that a reference to the series finale of The Batman back in the 2000s when, after the joining, stole all the Justice League's powers, minus Batman and Green Arrow because they didn't have powers, and then he went and Batman went and handed everyone a cannon that utilized each of their weaknesses. Yeah, of course, they're all like, dude, the heck. And then Superman goes and's like, my bad, guys. He made these because of me. But since you've answered that, here's the next one. Which of the blades from Lord of the Rings specifically is your personal...
All of them.
All of them?
No, the fact that I've alluded to with Tolkien's descendants.
Yeah. Personally, for the longest time, I will go ahead and say this. Enduril was my personal favorite. You know, Narsil after it was reforged. Oh, look, I think I found some hunters.
I really don't have time for this, so make it quick.
Or something akin to that. They're camping. Oh, there's that bridge you were talking about. But yeah. And depending on where you go, you can actually get a hold of some of the replicas of the Lord of the Rings swords from the Peter Jackson movie pretty easily. I mean, you can get the Goblin Cleaver from Spirit, easy peasy, in Halloween. Let's see. As far as the other ones, I think the main two I've seen would be Andoril and Sting
Some
at conventions.
descended down at 5 o'clock, if not 4.
Okay, to this right direction. Got it. Okay. But yeah. I actually saw 2 different ones of the Enduril that actually caught my attention
Now
last...
stop and make a left turn.
Yeah, last Comic-Con I went to. It was, there was a wooden one, which they did a pretty good job painting on the letters.
You're going too far.
And then the other one was a polyurethane sword of Enduril.
From that current position, head to the east.
Yeah. Either one of those I would have...
You will see a door in the midst of the mountainside.
Cappy. Oh, I think I see it right there. But, yeah. Yeah. Kind of fun. But, Kitten Paws, he definitely wanted to get herself a lightsaber from Ultra Saber. Her only complaint on it was it wasn't red. It was green. Alright. I found a door that says worn cavern door to Vasier Didonot Cave.
Enter inside and exit out. Because what you're going to do is to tell a member of the accursed House Lao that this ebony mine is abandoned, and therefore you're making the profit. And as a reward, he will offer you a Daedric sword.
Fun. Alright, so straight up,
This
just go
Daedric
in and come
sword
out.
can be sold for a whole moolah of cash.
Alright,
You gotta have the right, find the right merchant to sell it to.
yeah, you said just go in and out?
Of course, Everton, not more.
Alright. Yeah. Knowing you, Dagoth, you'd probably go back in and out of that cave a few more times.
Trust me, I do not want to bring your mother into this.
Sounds like my retirement plan.
By the way, welcome Mosley to our Morrowind stream. Hope you had a good day.
It was enlightening.
Well, I hope it was a good kind of enlightening. Don't we agree, chat? Ugh. But yeah. Today's weather was...
Hey, you beautiful bastards! Thank you for coming to the live stream.
Yeah, and spending
Enjoy.
time with us instead of getting drunk over the World Cup.
Hey, a good beer, one good cup of beer never did anybody wrong.
I wasn't saying anything.
On that note,
I wasn't
my
saying anything.
Citizen Sleeper is asking, what beers? Because, heaven forbid, you actually enjoy the ones that taste like fruit.
One that tastes like fruit.
Okay.
Showed you.
Boy.
No.
Boy.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna stop. I haven't had any taste of alcohol in many years.
Boy. I will say this. I enjoy me some Red's Apple Ale, as well as a good either Smirnoff Screwdriver or Red, White, and Berry. I am one of those...
Beer should not be fruit flavored. What you're describing is basically cider, and cider is not beer.
It's ale, but wait. Here's where I am with my alcohol. It's good. It's fun when it's strong, but dude, I could shake shots of Everclear and not be phased. So I'm sitting here like I'm bored. So fruity
the Italians trying out the signature white lightning.
So seriously, just if there's good flavor to it, I enjoy it. If it's not good flavor to it, I'm like, what's the point? Actually, no, here's a good way of describing it. Using Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy 2000s version as a way to compare it. When I drink good, you might drink it, drink that's got great flavor to it. It's awesome. But when I drink something that's got bad flavor to it, like Bud Light, back in the day, here's my taste bud.
Here is directing me to tell you that you should head over to Vivek next.
Yeah. Okay, Vivek. Gotcha. But like I was saying, so that's where I need to go? Not Balmora?
Yes. Balmora has a Silt Strider.
Okay.
You use the Silt Strider to access the city and capital, supposedly capital, of Vivek.
Gotcha. But like I was saying, crud, what was I saying? Oh yeah. My taste buds, when I try something nasty like Bud Light, here, to quote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, here's what my taste buds are like. I'm so depressed. Oh, what's the point? Alright, traveling to Vivek. But yeah, that's pretty much a good description for how my taste buds feel with that. It's nasty. And that was before their stupid move that led to their decline. And trust me, I work at a place that serves alcohol. I don't see a whole lot of Bud Light ordered. Although one thing I wouldn't mind trying to home make someday, after I finish with my mead, moonshine. I actually wouldn't mind that, especially leaving the fruit in there and just having a nice little thing to munch on while drinking it. Alright, I've entered across the bridge into Vivek. He's entered Vivek! Dude!
It would not be the first time that Vivek had anyone enter in.
Hermaeus Mora. Well, sorry, not Hermaeus Mora. Molag Bal.
Let's just say that he enjoys seducing dated princes for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Might be to read aloud some of the roasting letters I have on the subject.
Oh, speaking of which, that goes and makes me think of something funny. Could you imagine if Daedric Hunter, well, groups that are akin to like the Vigil of Stendar, those who hunt Daedra worshippers, and monsters of the Daedra. Could you imagine what would happen if they started labeling the different Daedra by the same terminology? Big D refers to the vampire clans.
As the ascetic sleeper is trying to give me directions on what to do. Listen here. I know exactly where to go to. This is my homeland, even though it's redundant to near the art that Red specializes in.
I only specialize with more pixelated stuff because my skill level at artwork is it's not on par with some other people I know or am acquainted
This
with.
is basically pixelated with flat surfaces.
This place has more detail and more pixels involved into each picture than my stuff does. But then again, I still say my art style in my personal artwork, yeah, not up to other people's level. I give them respect for the fact they've pulled off such great work, especially when they make it look like it's worth to be put on into comics or movies. But I am a person who loves to come up with stories. Your Ascended Sleeper is better at writing it than I am. Although, trying to get him to cooperate on helping me out with that is, he's like, I can check your grammar. I'm like, and when it comes to actually doing the artwork and so, combined with the story, it's like, can I just focus on one thing instead of doing both? Or everything?
Once you arrive at the city of Vivek, the direction you should head to is the Vivek St. Alms Plaza. It's located next to the St. Dylan Canton and south of the arena.
Alright. You said which... Okay, I'm in the Vivek Arena area.
You'll notice flags above the various bridges,
Yeah.
and it should depict someone that looks like me.
Okay, I see one that looks like a person with a crescent moon going from his back. Kind of looks like an ordinator to me. I see something that looks like it'd be either a skeleton or or I could say a bad art job to a hive knight.
Not that one. It should be more of a roundish figure.
Okay, roundish. Are you talking the round as in the moon that kind of looks like an ordinator, or...
If you approach certain doors, you'll eventually find an arena. It's a bit south of that direction.
Okay, south. Alright, let me I was about to say, let me charge my stamina back. Let's see. I see a roundish shape on us. Okay, there we go. There's your iconography. There's your iconography. Or it looks like someone decided to put Sauron's head onto a person. Well, sorry, Sauron's eye onto a person.
It's a slight mockery of my own physical physique.
Yeah, just don't blink your eye. You might put someone's head out.
Mm-hmm. Such children.
Like a Phoenix flytrap, but being an eye. And I will go ahead and say the arena is a good place to try and do leveling up, as long as you got a game that actually has one. Oblivion, for example. Unfortunately, Skyrim never did, at least in the vanilla. Although I will say that they actually have mods to where you could actually include the arena of sorts.
Now, imagine someone narrating all the different traits that your character has accomplished prior to combating against you, the mediocre individual.
Alright. Let's see. Vivek, Telvanni, Wasteworks? Nope. That
Just
doesn't.
ascend up as high as you can.
Okay. Who's got skooma? Okay, catch my breath. I'd be able to, in reality, I'd be able to actually walk around better with this. I mean, even with the armor.
You'll find an easier time by using the D-pad rather than your thumbstick.
You know, it's also fun, actually, I'm not joking on this one, I've actually walked around Comic-Con in chainmail armor for several hours. Plus, bracers and greaves that were plate. And lugging around a great helm.
I'm certain you became dehydrated.
Let's see. Wooden door to Vivek Telvanni Plaza. Is that where I want to go?
No, you should aim for St. Alm's Plaza.
St. Alm's
But,
Plaza.
but you're at the same height where you would be able to find it.
Okay, I'm at Vivek Telvanni. Then there's Vivek Arena. Okay.
And that is go slightly above the arena.
Okay. Looks like there's a big old high bridge right there. I can use that to cross over.
Keep moving.
Keep moving, he said. Ah, Vivek Arena Pit. Entering. Wow. The way this place looks, let me put it like this. It totally makes me think of that one arena where we fought all those different characters on our way to take on Consort Radahn in the Elden Ring DLC. Except not as big. Eh! Man, shit. Look at the wrinkles on that one. Jeez. Alright, who do I want to talk to about getting into the arena? Since obviously that's where you're talking about me getting leveled up and making money.
It's near the arena, not at the arena.
Alright,
The pointing out to the flags is the area you should look for as a landmark.
gotcha. Alright. Back out into outside. Okay. Looking around. I'm up on the upper level. Okay. Keep finding the wasteworks up here. Okay. What am I looking for specifically since I'm up here with the arena?
Once more, the St. Alms Canton is located next to the St. Dylan Canton in the south of the arena. Its underworks are home to the Asmarian Shrine. Ugh, come on, I only need the generic information. You should find a Dark Elf Noble and Counselor of Great House Halau, Dram Barrel.
Alright. You said in the Arena Wasteworks?
Not the Arena Wasteworks. It's a nearby. It's no different than trying to traverse all the way around Venice, I think it's called. I partially think they borrowed the concept of the Vivic City from Venice itself.
I saw that truth back when I played ESO. Okay. Let's see. I'm at southern end of the arena, right next to Redoran. In between Redoran and Arena. In the southern part of, well, in one southern part of Vivec City.
Based upon where you were standing, you should head back to where you saw that flag that mocked a fat version of me.
Alright, the one that mocked you, gotcha, so it's the other side. Fun little crouch game. Okay, found the bridge with that flag making fun of you. And I'm on the arena side.
Stay upper levels and simply access the doors around where those flags are. You'll find St. Alm's Plaza, not too far off.
Okay, so access the doors to the into the wasteworks. Because that's the...
Not the wasteworks, you have to be in the upper levels.
I am in the upper levels.
Not the arena. Just proceed eastward, then north.
Okay. Alright, what's this door say? Vivek Telvanni Wasteworks. Okay.
Again, your stream is a few seconds behind.
Yeah. Just I know. Alright, let's see. Going to the... Ascend to the upper level. Okay. Door says... Telvanni Plaza. Okay.
Keep going eastward then. For the time being, since your footage is still lackluster. But you should aim for St. Alm's Plaza.
Okay. Trying to figure out where that is. Especially since it's the Telvanni structure. Okay, St. Alm's Plaza. We could try and keep that name in mind as I hunt.
Indeed. But it's the building that has the fat figure, me, and the other figure that you described.
Okay.
Probably if you're looking at the correct direction. The fat one's on the right, and the other figure's on the left.
Well, this one's just got both of you. Yeah, it's Telvanni building there. So... Yeah, chat, trying to hunt down some of this stuff. Such fun, but you know what? Let me put you like this. In this day and age, guidance like this, you need, because so many people gotten used to having just waypoints and clues as opposed to hunt it down yourself and relying on the good old game
Lackluster
guide.
modern dialogue that would. Should I say this to the sleeper? I'll allow it. Alright. Those dipshits in the Game Writers Guild write their modern game dialogue, literally holding your hand the entire process, and completely deprive you of mere exploration, discovery, and actual adventure.
Hmm. Yeah, probably about as much of a screw up as what I've already mentioned. Because I'm just going off statistics here. Marathon's numbers have not climbed at all. It continues to plummet. Especially according to what I heard over the weekend, one of their 4 maps, oh, there we go, St. Olm's Wasteworks. But like I said, one of their only 4 maps for an extraction shooter, practically considered endgame area, had a glitch where it was not allowing people to res teammates. And you had to have a loadout of apparently over 5,000 in-game currency. I'm like, bruh, that's like saying, oh, you gotta have... That's like... That's about as stupid as year 1 Destiny 1 when raid teams would be like, oh, you want to join us in a raid? Yeah. Do you got Gavelhorn or Truth? No. Oh, screw off then. Seriously. That
Well,
just...
the sleeper is happy to report that you have found the location now.
Yep. And interesting, there are houses within these chambers. It's like...
You're now in a nobleman's court. Search for the haunted manor.
Okay. I'll definitely say it's houses within a building. That... Okay, haunted manor right off the bat. Nice find. But it kind of makes me think of like a mall, but for homes.
Descend down until you find a locked level 50 door.
Okay.
Save before you use your lockpick.
Okay, saving. Okay. And, yeah. I don't even have a lockpick. That was a detail you left out.
Tell me you sold that.
I haven't even used one.
There was a lockpick at the tutorial when you accepted your papers.
I did not see it. Okay. I need to find me a
You could easily find a merchant who may or may not have that available.
Alright, what area am I looking for to find merchants? Temple of St. Olms? No, that's not it.
We're watching you. Speak, traveler.
Yeah, and he just called me scum. Talk about Enwa! Okay. So I gotta figure out where a shop is in this city. And with the way the graphics are, that statue looks alive. Because its colors are right. St. Dalen. Let's go in and take a look. See if we can actually find a shop. Let's see. Glassworkers Hall. Dalen the Wise.
Go ahead.
Trader. There we go. Found it. Okay, let's barter. And ooh, looky here. Got a whole collection of stuff, including some interesting stuff. Okay, let's see. Steel arrows that glow literally makes it look like a. I'm not gonna put this mildly. It looks like a freaking lightsaber with that glow. Silver arrows, not needed. A whole bunch of arrows. Oh look, crossbows. Let's see. Common clothes. Expensive belt of 10 gold. Wow. Large kwama egg. 4 of them. Natch leather. Salt race. Scuttle. Ancestors in the Dunmer. House of Troubles. The Anticipations. Glass lantern. And look. Red hair. Red wear candle. Oh, fun. Edie's bowl. A knife. A loot. Shears. And yeah, not seeing any lockpick there. Boy. Okay, he doesn't have a lockpick. Here I am feeling like Quagmire. Dang it! Alright, let's see. Potter's Hall. Will they have anything I can make use of here?
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Nope.
Anyways, now that you have uncovered the mine, you know where to head to once you have lockpick in hand. But he basically is hiding away from those who seek to kill him, but he does still conducting his business with those in his inner circle.
Okay. Oh, there's more than one trader up here. Okay, that's some
Let's not make this official.
interesting news. Let's see if we can get lucky with this guy. Well, hi.
Go ahead.
I'm looking for something rather specific. Oh, he's got a halberd. That's fun. Throwing knives. Talk about definitely a different era. So threes.
Back when these game mechanics considered all possibilities, rather than appealing to the false god Howard's vision of the whole franchise.
Yeah. Which, what was that? Oh, yeah. Pulling what Bungie did to Destiny, but for Starfield and Warframe. No, sorry. Starfield and Fallout. I apologize. I almost accidentally said Warframe. My bad, guys. Forgive me. My tongue slipped. That unfortunately happens sometimes when I say the wrong.
Rather than slipped, it nearly decided to launch into a quadruple spin axle and land into it in a hour. To use ice skating terminology.
Oh, I didn't know you watched ice skating. Do you prefer to watch it via the Olympics?
My son sleeper's mother prefers watching that.
Well,
Basically, in plain layman speech, you spin 4 times before you land, and then you go into a near half fall with your back arched while you're ice skating still in a circle.
and me think.
Essentially, you conclude with style.
Yeah. And you talking about ice skating made me think of Robin Williams when he talked about gymnastics. Could you imagine the way that they thought about creating the guy who created gymnastics? Be like, Here's my idea for a spot for women in tight clothing. First, you put on spandex, you spin around the upper bar, and slam your vagina into the lower bar. Spin around, going, who's your daddy, who's your daddy, who's your daddy? Spin, dismount, land, and make it look like you had a good time. And if your foot's off by 1 inch, you're fucked. May Robin Williams rest in peace. Or at least keep the afterlife entertained.
My Son Sleeper wants to reveal something to you after the stream.
He always has something to reveal. Is it good or is it bad? I don't know. I don't know. That's complicated. It's territory of... Okay, how do we get back down? Just don't look down. Keep on walking and don't look down. Keep on walking, don't look down. Shark! I'm looking down! See a sign that looks like there's another trader on the other side here. Could be useful. Let's see. And it doesn't mark which house this is. Or which type of plaza building this is. Easy way to see. The Lalu wastework. Yeah, the Lalu building. Yeah, fun. I know one thing. Yeah. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, that's how you go down. That's what she said. Not funny. I think it is. LOL. Yeah, and you're commenting about that guy, that Lalu guy hiding in the, that haunted house. Yeah, hiding from those who might go after him. Oh, that sounds like what happened to Lalu after the fall of the Empire, during, after the Oblivion Crisis. And Lalu went from being the richest snobs out there to being poor as church mice. And despised by the rest of the clans. Oh, sorry, the houses. Elven Nation's Corner Club. I guess if I go scream out Skyrim's for the Nords, I'm gonna get some dirty looks. Okay, House Lalu. Their emblem is in the measuring scales. Okay. Of course, there'd be Imperials in here. Oh, look, weaponsmith. Is that going to mean that they possibly could have?
Go ahead.
I mean, the number of times in Skyrim that I'd find lockpicks by just going to the weaponsmith, but I think that's a different age. Alright, wow, some of the iron. Steel broadsword, not bad. Claymore, okay. Silver staff, okay. Steel dart, okay. Steel katana, okay.
Silver weapons can still deal with ghosts, you know.
I know silver weapons deal with ghosts. Steel longsword. Nice. Okay, what do we have here? Repair prongs. Yeah. Not what I'm needing. Saber. Oh boy, they got cavalry / pirate weapons. Nice. Katana being 100 gold. Elite. And that a lot of them. Okay. He did not have it. Yeah, trying to hunt this down is gonna be a prick. The No Name Club. Interesting. So it's just the club.
Indeed. The clubs are reminiscent to the clubs they won't see in the Victorian era, where it is where gentlemen or ladies to gather, socialize, exchange relations via connections or businesses, and any other affiliations, all while having a good snack or two.
Hmm. That's your
Or
son.
tea.
Yeah. I remember they portrayed a good in one of those kind of clubs in like Titanic, when those gentlemen of reputation and wealth going and enjoying a nice cognac in a huge honking glass that's like, yeah, a glass that's mostly empty. I don't get it. I mean, filling up, you know, having
Indeed.
a huge honking glass and barely filling it with anything. I'm like, bruh, that's like a waste of.
Pardon the noise, as my cell sleeper is truly enjoying a good set of barbecue chips.
Fun. Ooh. Personally, I enjoy either Lay's or Tostitos. Actually, Fritos as well. I really enjoy those. Doritos, meh. My interest in that dropped a little over the years. Alright. Mud crabs. Let's go for a little combat, entertain people. Hi.
Now, be careful when approaching the mud crabs. One of them is a merchant.
Okay. Okay, so if they
If they
attack you...
attack you, if they attack you, they're not the one.
Alright.
You're better off just going eastward over to the Ascadian Isles, which, if you look upon your map, will be around the middle island, around the lower region.
Alright, so... Alright. Okay, I've got my marker over an island to the east. I'll let you know if that's the correct one or if I need to adjust.
Not the big one, obviously. It's directly west of the Vivek area.
Okay. Is my cursor close to it now?
Hover your icon above any of the golden squares. It simply says Vivek.
Okay. Vivek right there.
Island directly towards the east.
Oh, okay. This one or this one?
I'm waiting for your 8 seconds to pass on the stream. You've gone a bit too far there. Now you're back tracing towards where Vivek is. It's the island in between that one you pointed out to earlier and the mainland.
Okay. Alright, my cursor is stopped over a particular piece of land. Tell me if that's the correct one.
Would it be easier if my Ascended Sleeper sent you a picture?
Probably. Speaking of which, I just remembered. Our Destiny 2 clan's little sister sent me a message on Xbox. Let me check to the Xbox app, see what we got going on. Oof. Ooh. Just having a bit of bad luck, unfortunately.
He suggests you look upon your telegram.
Hmm. Come, Mr. Telegram, show me what you have here. Okay. Getting a nice little look at back there, and okay, I think I've got our location. We have our heading.
Mind the cliff racers.
In that case, let's see. I haven't saved for a good bit of time. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and save. Switching weapon over to the Nordic broadsword. And then... Alright, time to go back through Vivek and back out the other side. Okay. Got a message from Azrael again. Okay. Yeah, she's got a problem with her Discord. Unfortunate thing that can happen with social media. Or any kind of media territory. Sad face. Ooh. And since we're making ourselves a fun long walk across the city and needing time to recharge our steps, let me go ahead and say this to those watching. Due to technical difficulties, we're having to look at what tomorrow night's stream's going to be, since DCU is not going to be capable of being done due to something going on with Ultima. So he and I are currently in the discussion of trying to debate on whether it's going to be support Destiny 2 tomorrow night, like I've seen people talk about, as a second organized day of doing it, or jumping in early to our what we planned for July, which I was going to have as a surprise, but well, here we go. Surprise. Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm pretty sure so many people would probably look and be like, wait a minute, isn't that a computer game? It's like, yeah.
It would not be the first that one would explore computer games as a live stream.
No, but you know for a fact, Dagoth, that we've been up to this point solely doing Xbox gaming for the channel. And like I said, next month when we start The Old Republic, that is completely a computer game. Yeah, they didn't make it for any other console. Then again, they didn't make World of Warcraft for anything other than computer. So, but yeah.
So with that in mind, we're just laying the groundwork for you to level up your character rather rapid fire.
Yeah. Let's see what other fun stuff. But yeah, we're also looking at adding. Well, Ultima suggested we go and also things around a little bit more onto this with our regular schedule, including playing around with Destiny on a regular, even though it seems like Bungie is giving up its golden goose, and Sony practically looks at it worse than... I'm trying to think of the best way to look at it. The nicest way I could phrase it. Ugh.
Don't use nice.
Fair enough.
No, both of us have been somewhat cursed.
I'll put it like this. The way I'm looking at it, pretty much anyone saying we want Destiny 3 or anything involving that, Sony's been reacting practically about as bad as if someone went and... I am not joking. If someone just went into the middle of the ghetto and screamed the N-word as loud as they could. That, from what I can tell, that's about where that sits. I see that the swimming mechanics are about the same as Oblivion. Telling you how much air you have. You know, that's one thing that they literally took out of they never put into Skyrim, was literally telling you how much air you have. That you just had to wait till you started hearing you starting to run out of air underwater and seeing your HP meter go down. But yeah, I'm just continuing to see stuff where people are talking about how Destiny, literally, Bungie's trying their hardest to pretty much get rid of all the devs who were working on it. Like, literally, the only people they're not having included in their layoff is either those who are already been transferred over to Marathon, or the majority of the Destiny devs. Except for maybe just enough to be able to keep the servers going as long as they see people playing it. Oh, is that a netch?
The OG design.
OG design of Netch. Oh boy. Makes you wonder, how in the world are they actually hovering over the ground like that? I can understand if it's water, but...
Guy jellyfish.
How does it work? It just does. Fair enough.
The same kind of logic that would be made, and a dragon asks how we would be fire, because we're dragons.
Well, I'm not going to argue on that one. That actually kind of covers it pretty decently. But yeah, I know, Chad, we're talking a bit about Destiny, but, you know, it is relevant recent news, so...
It is, and it is why Sleeper had it compared to an unorthodox phoenix.
Yeah.
According to the mythos that he taught me, it's essentially a bird who grew tired of its immortality. And so, to start things fresh and new, he basically demanded that the sun god to kill him. That way, he'll have a brand new start by resurrecting from his own ashes. A miserable little pile of shit. Give it a new start. It all laid the groundwork for any and all forms of generic entertainment for the past few years, according to him, where people simply die and are essentially given a whole brand new life, some Ikai experience or whatever.
Yeah, and I'll just say this. It's just,
Or what was that term? Regression?
yeah, I'm not understanding, but some of the stuff. I mean, how Sony wants to stop something that makes money for something that doesn't. And I'm just baffled by it, honestly. I don't have a business degree, but you know, I'm sitting here actually just adding the numbers up. And to quote Kevin, the great and mighty Kevin from Hunter the Parenting, and when the tax man goes and adds the number, he adds your when the tax man adds up the numbers and finds that yours don't make sense, you get subtracted from the equation. I believe that covers it pretty well, right?
A Citizen Sleeper declares aptly.
Okay, my dice rolls are sucking! Jeez.
That or you like the aim.
I was aiming right at its face!
Even the aim is the dice roll.
Yeah, I know that's the dice roll. I played D&D over 20 years ago. I know how it works. Then again, my original two characters got yeeted by a group of demons. The most we could do was have two of our characters, that'd be my dad and my brothers, actually survive. And they managed to just close the cave up. Portal's still open. Okay. What was that? Oh, of course. Oh, I got both of them. Okay. Slaughterfish. Well, I'm not surprised. Okay, almost there. Okay, almost to that island you pointed out. Ooh, took a chunk out of health. Just... Ugh.
You'll find yourself at a set of Dwemer ruins.
Dwemer. Delightful. Oh yeah, and I just remembered while we were talking about our new, in the upcoming change of schedule, especially for July. I'm actually planning on introducing Mass Effect, the Legendary Trilogy, into the schedule.
A single-player game that people can get behind.
Oh, and I've already seen people comment that they're excited about that. What the? Oh.
Say hello to another pest as you explore the waters.
Another bloody slaughterfish. Well, I know one pest I'm dealing with in this. It's called fatigue. Hide behind that, waiting for the cliff racers to not notice me while I'm regenning my stamina. Otherwise, that's not going to end well. Especially as I've lost about roughly a quarter of my health already just getting here. Okay, found interesting design to the Dwemer ruins. Sword out. Okay, there's one right there, and here he comes. And before he even struck, I took him out. I love you, broadsword. Azura's coast region. I see that's how the Dwemer designed their stuff in this game. And with hopstones for stairs. Interesting. Oh, come on. Okay, that's not going to be the way. So try and lap around. There we go. Cliff racers, such fun. I will say though, their noise makes yeah. Mizach something ruins. Oh, there's a taut ballista right there too, even more fun. Down you go, mud crab. And that's how a ballista looked in Morrowind. Literally looking like a... Okay, that definitely is different from the Skyrim's art style of ballista. Which was only in the Dragonborn DLC where we got to return it to, where we haven't even gone in this game yet.
Now, save at this point of the game, because I don't want you to kill a potential merchant right off the bat.
Well, I'm keeping an eye out for these mud crabs. When you told me one of them won't attack, I'm like, okay. I let them have the first swing, and then if they swing, then it's like, okay, you go down. But at least till I find that merchant, then all mud crabs are free game. But here comes a more tricky thing. I'm trying to figure out where an entrance is here, since I'm pretty sure you're wanting me to go in. Oh, and look.
Well,
this guy
unless
sees
you want to
me.
encounter some Dwemer that can easily kick your posterior,
Oh.
that's why I recommend you save often.
Stay down, Cliff Racer. I will say the noise that Cliff Racers make literally go and make me think of how well the YouTuber knows Fudge Muppet went in one video where he's talking about the corpus disease in this game. Spoiler alert. He actually used the noise of the Cliff Racer as a sensor tone. I was like, nice. Alright, so I'm here at the Mizachnin Ruin. What do we want to do now? Oh, Guru of Morrowind Wisdom. The silence is intense.
But it is.
I didn't know.
For that, my My Silent Sleeper decided to solo that mission.
Oh,
Just see if his luck would be any improved.
so he was trying his hand at doing the final mission of the the final shape campaign to do a mortal wound to the witness by himself.
Everyone tell Red what he has won.
How well did he do?
You earned another date with Crystal.
No, she's already got something planned for me for my birthday next week. Which, actually, you and I need to discuss what we can do for a Thursday night birthday stream, since that's my birthday next week. Make it extra fun for the viewers. Be like, hey, come join me as we celebrate my birthday. Come on down, come on down. Let me figure out what we're going to do for that one. Alright. So, yeah. To give clarification, chat, on what Ultima's difficulty is having there, let me put you like this, as, oh, look. Critters in the water. Including a slaughter. And I just B-slapped it. Alright. So, thing you should know about Ultima, when they first introduced Legendary Campaign in Witch Queen for Destiny 2, he has stopped playing normal campaign missions and only does the Legendary. Then again, he's a Dark Souls veteran, so after a certain point, he's like, he could run through the normal campaign just with like.
And he's also solo the entire Dark Souls trilogy.
Yeah. Although when it came to Elden Ring, that was a different taste. No, sorry, that was a different take. Last I knew, we co-opted through it. You didn't beat it by yourself. And you and I both have not beaten Consort Radahn. Which we can both attest, he is a pain. People think Mesmer is a problem.
Thus you are, 1, a paragod, 2, someone who professionally cheeses all those, or, number 3, you memorize his moveset to the point where your dodges allow you to be untouchable. Or, another option, you simply tank. There is a player by the title of Let Me Solo Him, who has all the heaviest gear equipped with 1 rapier, and he literally block everything, stab once or twice, and maintain that until the boss is defeated.
Yeah, obviously archenemy of Let Me Solo Her. I say the two of them need to meet and have a one-on-one. But I'll just put it like this. Oh, looky. A worm. Ascadian Island region. Interesting. But let's see what I was going to say next. Yeah, as far as parry deity status, let me just put it like this. I've only had one time. I've been fortunate in going and taking out one of those madness creatures that require you to be perfect at parrying. And look, there's a cliff racer right there. Or, look, a good nickname for it, Shark of the Sky. Well, I only say that because that little sail on his back. Very reminiscent of a shark. And he didn't even get a chance to strike. I dropped under him and skewered him with my blade. Oh! Yeah. Alright, we got another mud crab over here. Let's talk with him. If he attacks, we know he's not the one. If he just talks to us, that's a different case. Okay. You were not the one, as you actually attacked. Hello, my friend. Have you heard of the truth of Skyrim?
Well, the ruins that you have encountered are also one of the few possible locations for Maik the Liar.
Oh, fun. Okay, and this guy is trying to attack, but obviously his dice rolls are sucking.
Well, the higher your stamina, the more likely you'll succeed.
Yeah, most of his opening attacks just looked like a show. I blocked with my shield, and then he eventually managed to get one hit on me, and I'm like, okay, you're definitely not the one. And there's more crabs. Crab people, crab people. Oh wait, that's it. That's when we find the merchant.
Well, it'll be a singular mud crab on a tiny island within the island that you're on.
Yeah, and he won't attack. So that's usually my little tell. After you told me that, that's my telltale sign. Alright, you're not friendly. Bonk. I literally look at these ruins and think Daedric. Because it looks... The patterns are Daedric and it's got horns on top. Totally screams Daedra. Oh, look, there's another crab there. Hi! Are you Mr. Krabs? By chance. Nope, you're not Mr. Krabs. Kind of interesting how the crabs literally look like bugs more so than actual crabs.
Again, this game released in 2001.
True. Oh, look. Slaughter. Bonk. Oh, look at that. Lovely aurora in the sky. Then again, we're kind of south of the lowest part, almost equal in line kind of with the southernmost part of Skyrim. Here we find a interesting ruin. It totally screams Daedric worship. And I see someone. Alright. Saving before I go and talk to him. Or her.
Come on, then. Say something or move on.
Oh, very friendly. Okay. A rogue hireling of Telvanni. Interesting. And they're always still talking about, what is it? Solstein. I'm not even ready yet. Let's see. How to recognize the Daedric Shrine. Oh, they got long, funny names. Like, yeah, that's very long named. Stone and architecture is unmistakable. Big, dark, gray-green runes with some fine angles, fine markings. Yeah. So, I think I managed to actually call this place is what it is. Daedric. Question is, whose is this? Went to the very top. Let's see. Ball fell. Okay, that says who it is. Molag Ball. Fair enough. Fair enough. Pretty much considered the most evil of all the Daedric princes. Oh, look, there's more people here.
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
Go ahead.
How goes your sense of adventure?
Well, I think I found ruins that are a big old shrine to Molag Bal, just south of that island you told me to go to. And working on making my way back out. Big old maze and Scheitze. Man, it was easier getting in than it's proven to be to get out. I need to charge my stamina back up. Ooh, it's taking a pounding. Very much I can't wait till I get my athletic skill up high enough to where it's like, hey, guess what? You're not losing stamina. That's, I'm assuming, because it's how Oblivion kind of worked. But I don't know. This is Morrowind.
Good bit of progress, huh?
Yeah, I managed to get out of that shrine. Now I can actually move around. Oh, look. The moon. Alright. So... let's see here. Where to go from here? Well. Oof. Let's see here. Mud crab who proved not to be worthy. And his buddy. All right. So, let's see. Where do you think I should try and make my way to at the last few minutes of the stream?
The mud crab you would find would be east of the Mozanch ruin in the Azores coast region.
Gotcha.
That's about as much as I could tell. What I should also mention is that you can move this mud merchant to a more convenient location in Vardenfell through a combination of command creature, water walking, and fortified speed. But that'll come at a later time, though.
I found another mud crab on the other side here, over by the ruins. Question is he friendly or is he not? Waiting for my stamina to come back up so I can go and talk to him.
As long as there's no enemies about, you don't have to worry about retaining your stamina by much. Especially when you're around a city.
Yeah. I know making my way around. I know making my way around the city takes good time. Oh boy, there's another one of those flying pricks. And I got no clue of which is worse, the Grim from Destiny. Okay, you're not the crab I want. You started attacking. And what's that noise, that Cliff Rider? Whoa, hey! Stealthy little bugger. And oh, look! A bloody rat came out of nowhere. Whoa. That is concerning. Okay. All right. Let's see. I had a slight communication problem with YouTube for a minute there. But all's good. Okay. Let's see, you said eastward from the ruins. Alright. Like I said, I'm giving everyone a nice fair chance. Alright. Found him! Yay! Shay! Hi there! Lest I make a deal, I got stuff. Lots. Here. See.
Now, here's a way you could use him to become the wealthiest man on this particular
I
game.
see how he has got so much gold. It's wow. Just wow.
Well, again, here's how. The first step is that he's not the only creature merchant of Vardenfell, mind you. There's also a scamp by the name of Creeper in Caldera, who also acts like a merchant. However, his budget is smaller, like about 5,000 gold, but makes up for this by dealing a much more type of goods. Now, the reason why the mud crab buys and sells with full value is because he is a creature. The price of an item when dealing with a regular humanoid merchant is determined by multiple factors like disposition, mercantile skill, of both in their Nerevarine and the merchant, and in Nerevarine personality stat. Creatures like the mud crab merchant lack all these factors, meaning they will not come into play when dealing with him, resulting in him dealing in full prices. One of the limits when dealing with the mud crab is his budget of 10,000 septims. This can be an hindrance as the value of many items worth selling goes above this particular amount. However, there is an easy workaround for this. I've seen many Nerevarines handle this. To use this workaround, you need to take a cheaper item with you. Let's say, for example, you got an item worth 5,000 septims and 15,000. You first sell the mud crab the cheaper item and wait 24 hours. This allows the money of the mud crab to reset to 10,000. After waking up, you repurchase the item you just sold. This will give the mud crab 5,000 septims, bringing up his total to 15,000. Now you can sell the more expensive item at full value without being hindered by his normal maximum. And after
Nice.
selling the expensive item, you wait another 24 hours to have the mud crab reset his money again. This allows you to sell the cheaper item once more, giving you your 5,000 systems again. In later interactions, he might still have all the items you sold him earlier, allowing you to start at step 3. But that'll come to a later time. For now, your stream is about to end.
True. Well, that definitely is a whole bunch of interesting stuff, isn't it? We learned a
No
bunch
idea.
of yeah, we learned ourselves a nice little workaround trying to make some money in this game. Not a whole lot of people know of this. So chat, keep in mind. We have an expert teaching us all we need to know. And then we get to share it with you guys. So we hope you enjoyed the stream. If you like what you saw, hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow, turn on the notification bell so you know when we go live. Comment, please. We'd love to hear more from you. Let's see. If you have Discord, follow us on, click on the link in our page so you can join us on there. Join our community, have fun, keep up to date on what's going on with the channel. Especially as, like I said, we got changes going on. If you have Facebook, follow us on there. Working on trying to get to where we can start streaming there as well. So much fun. If you want to support the channel, think about becoming a patron on our Patreon. Some good perks in doing that. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. We'll be posting what we're streaming tomorrow night on Discord. So be prepared. And yeah, it will be the same time as before, just different game. And always remember, Ambulotheicum Domini ad Victoriam.
Doriamos, Pax Vobiscum, according to my ascended sleeper.
See you guys next time.